Arnold, wake up! It's time for the school meeting.
Why do I have to go to school in the middle of spring break?
No, I don't mean class you usually have. We have to go to a school meeting with the principal. Get into the car.
Thank you all for coming into this meeting, Mr. and Mrs. Mayfield. We need to talk about Arnold's and Jonathan's grades. But first, we need to talk about Arnold's behavior.
Let me guess, my grandson misbehaved once again. I know he's doing it a lot here at school.
You're right, Mrs. Mayfield. Mrs. Mavling, Mrs. Owen and I have received many reports of mischief he's doing.
Examples include ripping people's pants, disrespecting teachers and members of staff, and much more. And 3 days ago, he got into a fight with Arkan, a Year 13 student who is going to graduate in July, over Call of Duty. Arnold bashed Arkan's opinion that he hates COD, and got yelled by him, and they got into a fight, but soon enough, I stopped it and sent both of them into my office. Arkan received a 1-day in-school suspension, but Arnold received a 3-day in-school suspension.
Oh my God. May we see the footage, please?
Of course, I will play it on the ProWise board.
Arnold, what is your favorite video game? My favorite video game is Roblox, by the way.
My favorite game is Call of Duty.
Bro, I really hate Call of Duty. It is one of the worst games in my opinion. Also, it isn't even suitable for your age, as it is PG-18.
Archon, how dare you hate Call of Duty? You know that Call of Duty is the best game ever. That's it. Let's fight.
Oh no you don't.
Oh my God. That was too violent.
This is definitely one of the worst things that Arnold has ever done. He should learn how to respect opinions instead of bashing them. And worse, he got Arkan suspended for a day.
Mum, Dad, Grandma, and Jonathan, I am so sorry what I did 3 days ago. I didn't mean to do that.
Your apology isn't will be denied. You will definitely be grounded for a substantial amount of time, you piece of rubbish.
Words cannot describe how disappointed we are at you right now. I can't believe that you would ever do that. You know that it is violence, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
After this meeting has concluded, you will be given a 14-day out-of-school suspension, and a 3-hour detention after school every day until the end of the school year. Alright, now let's talk about your children's grades. I have a copy of both of their report cards, so I'll give them to your parents right now.
Phew, at least Jonathan is doing well.
But I can't believe that Arnold is getting straight F's on his report card. You are definitely one of the worst students in the school's history.
Okay, we have made a decision that Arnold is getting more consequences along with the detention and suspension. First off, you're to owe Arkan £10,000 in compensation until the hearing, which will be on the 11th of September, 2023. Arnold, if you don't owe him the compensation, you will be held back to Year 5 and will be expelled or suspended until further notice.
Second, you are to apologize to the entire school tomorrow once we have our assembly. If you don't, your parents will be fined £100 every day you miss until you apologize to the entire school.
And finally, if you escape class, detention or in-school suspension, or come into school when you're out of school suspended or expelled, all lockdown glass doors will close down, or we will initiate a lockdown until you go back to your assigned room, or until you leave campus when you're excluded.
Alright, this meeting is now dismissed, and Arnold's punishments will now start. Arnold, Jonathan, Mr. and Mrs. Mayfield, you 5 may go home now.
Oh. Arnold, how dare you go into a fight with Arkan and got punished? This is definitely one of the worst things you've ever done. That's it. You are grounded until Viand gets rid of all of their subscriptions. And while you are grounded, you will be eating nothing but lumpy potatoes for every meal including dessert. Go to your room now. Stop crying like a little crybaby, or I will file for an expulsion.